Well, it's been about 2 weeks since the animal abuse video by ARM was released for the situation that happened up there at Fair Oaks. And a lot of turmoil over that and a lot of concern. And I think there's a lot of different angles to this story as well, and varying agendas that are moving forward because of it. The activists have their agenda. Industrial agriculture has its defense. Regenerative agricultural movements and people are starting to speak up. And then there's just this whole idea that we're not doing it right. You know, that discussion's been taking place for a long time, right? Animal activists, some of the more radical ones even, sometimes point out some really valid points. I'm not here to get into this whole thing right now about should we be eating meat or not, because there's obviously that agenda that was involved with the Fair Oaks thing. But I'm really wanting to talk about something that I think is a little bit more important. So yes, the overall criticisms of industrial agriculture are happening as a fallout to this, and rightfully so. You know, I do think they need to look at those things. But I think we also want to have a conversation about something else, and this is really important. And myself, having followed ecological-based agriculture and what's more commonly been known as the organic farming movement, and that's not to be confused with the National Organics Program's organic certification. I don't mean just, organic food like that's certified. Big O versus small O organic I'm talking about small O. And that movement of meetings and conferences and work and solutions that's been going on for many, many, many years, even before there was organic certification. It has been something that I've started paying attention to for about 10 years now. And having an interest in local and farm fresh food since at least the mid-2000s, I've gradually come to appreciate better the way that nature works. Or as one organic livestock consultant used to put it, the nature of nature. So when it comes to ruminant animals, I never knew anybody who was smarter, more successful in his field than Jerry Bernetti. Jerry used to talk about the blueprint when he spoke about ruminant animal health and producing quality food products with them. How that animals need to be on a certain kind of a diet. He taught us that very well, that an optimal diet and living environment is what they really need to thrive and be healthy, and showed us how that really contrasts with the industrial model. When he went to college, that's what they taught him, and that's not what he thought he was going to learn. He wasn't learning about farming. He was learning something different. So when he got out, he became an organic consultant. And, that kind of nurturing is even more profitable to the producer. So Jerry was really able to help us to see this. I would sit and listen to his lectures at a time when I really needed more understanding of this, and it helped me to understand how this really should be done. And he showed us how it was being done by farmers that he worked with and with other consultants and ag professionals like himself. So just a tremendous amount and wealth of information, and a great track record that we need to look to, that we need to lean on. So I actually have audio from several talks that Jerry gave, and I recorded those, and I have the distribution rights to, and I intend to share those in the near future. That and a whole lot more really on a world of farming that many people really don't know anything about. So with that, I'd just like to emphasize that we really need to be considering and promoting a style of animal agriculture that really follows the design of nature. The blueprint, if you will. While we need to be concerned about industrial methods and the abuses that sometimes happen, and we really need to show people that there's a better way. And I don't just mean removing animals from confinement and potential abuse. It's about an entire ecosystem approach to farming. And I think when we do that, we're going to have something better. Regenerative agriculture is the kind of the new thing, and it somewhat takes over what we used to call, or for a long time have called, organic farming. But really, it's all about ecological and biological-based farming systems. And I think when we look at that and we apply those things the way that nature works into our animal agriculture, that's when we're going to have real successes.